Hey, happy Monday, everybody. This is Beth Knaus of That's a Spade, and I am coming to you with your Monday Minute, something I want you to consider as you move forward this week. Um, it's October 24th, folks, and I feel like we just said, oh, it's October 1st. Time is moving, and I think part of that is that we're pretty grateful to be back into this flow of like life moving without the stops and starts that we were dealing with along the way. And it's very easy to get caught up in that, right? And on the podcast, I can't remember what episode it is, but we were talking about, how do you move forward and how do you like own your boundaries moving forward and not just jumping back into this frenzy that can be our social lives, our business pressures, and things like that. But I was at a networking event this morning, and someone talked about how when it was time to write for them, suddenly they wanted to do the dishes or do some laundry or change the sheets or all that sort of stuff. And the term that came to mind for me was protective procrastination, right? So why that thought came to me is because, if you just say, I don't want to write my content, then okay, I guess you're setting a boundary of sorts. But if you know it's something that you get to do, right, to communicate to your audience and that you want to communicate and connect with them, then somehow it has to get done, right? If you're the person who does it, you do it for yourself, you need to sit down and write that content. And so that combined with all of this getting used to the new way of things and having time in our lives to go and see people in person and spend more time in the car and have more people over and take on more in business and more travel, those things are becoming a little more time consuming. So if you really want to stay in touch with people via your marketing efforts, you have to make time for your content and set boundaries around them. Can you make it easier for yourself? Of course you can. So, you can go into your calendar and do some time blocking and block the time for your writing. And you can also set yourself up, as you've heard me say a number of times, sit in a different area, make sure you're comfortable, get a cup of tea, light a candle, put on some music, get a blanket on your lap, do these things that make you feel really relaxed so that your mind is open to being creative and brainstorming and coming up with ideas, and you'll have a little more flow in your writing instead of being like that administrative CEO person. That is a role that many of us also take on. So get yourself set up, and you need a little bit of a strategy in the next few months. I mean, if we think October went fast, the next few months are really going to whiz by us, and our calendars are going to be packed, as they should, with really good times, making really good memories, whether you're with family or friends or whether you travel, or even if you, take some time for yourself during Thanksgiving or the December holidays. You have to get your content in there somewhere. So, how are you going to do that? Especially when you're going to have this pull to procrastinate. So maybe you could have, another business person who can be a partner for you, that you can hold each other accountable, or you can get together and you can co-work, or maybe you can get somebody just to do some brainstorming and idea generation with you. And what I suggest is you start with something foundational, a bigger piece, right? So if you're doing an offer, establish your landing page first, or your sales page, and then you can go back and use that as a source for your emails, your social media, or your videos. Same thing with a blog. You can write a blog and you can use it for other communication forms. And, there's a bunch of ways to do that, to really get that bigger piece done and then pull from it, so that you're not spending time writing a blog and then starting from scratch on your social media and your emails and anything else that you're using to connect with your audience. And, they're there and they're around, and they're going to look at their email and their social probably at not typical times, right? Because there's going to be other stuff thrown in. So Make sure you get your stuff out there and do it often, and make it a priority on your calendar. As always, I would love to chat with you about making writing content for your business easier for you, whether that means we work collaboratively or you need me to do some writing for you. And I'm also happy to jump on a call just to give you some ideas and give you some support. So don't hesitate to reach out. And oh gosh, next time I see you, it will be Halloween. So enjoy your week and happy Monday.